Welcome to Code with Kurt, the channel that brings you the latest Google Sheets and Google Apps Script videos. In today's video, we're going to go over the if function for Google Sheets. And I'm going to go over 4 examples here. Your basic statement that we have here, where you just assign it a logic and then output what would be if it's true and what would it be if it's false. So good or bad in this example. Another example is we're going to use the AND to connect 2 logical expressions. And if that is true and show if it's false. The third example, we're going to go over an OR. We're going to add OR. So this is if it hits this, or if it hits this, then you output good or bad. In the last example, we're going to embed a lot of if statements together to give you different functionality there, where you give a better, longer range of true outputs. If you're new to this channel, subscribe to catch my latest videos. We're going to get started with this video. Here we're on a brand new Google Sheet. I have my data set up here with name and score, so just a bunch of names and a bunch of like grade scores, and that's the data we're just going to work with. So the first example, I'm going to do an if statement of a string. So we're going to target the name Mark here on A2 here. So I'm going to start with the equals if A2 equals double quote in Mark. That's my logic statement. If that is good, we're going to say true in the Boolean version and false if it isn't. So we got that statement. We're going to hit enter and it is true. Now I'm just going to copy this statement down these rows just to see, and it's all false because none of these others. So this is A3 equals Mark. That is false and all that. So you can also do string output. So I can string these up and give you the string version of true and false. Like that. And now we have the string version, not the Boolean version. Or you could put in there good and bad or whatever you would like. So next we're going to do the value here with the basic statement. So we're going to delete all this out, and we're going to start with B2 here. So we're going to say equals if B2 is less than or equal to 60. Let's just say that. We're going to say that's pretty bad, and if it isn't that, we're going to say that's good. Just an example. And that is bad, and we're going to copy it all the way down through here. So we got good, 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 bad, 40, 30, and all that. So that's your basic example of just doing one logic expression, what's good and bad. So now we're going to do the AND statement. So kind of the same start here, equals if, and then we're going to follow that with an AND. And now we're going to put 2 logical expressions. So I'm going to go back to B2 here. I'm going to say less than equal less than 70, and I'm going to do another one that says B2 greater than 60. So I'm going to do the 60 to 70 range here. I'm going to close that up with my AND statement here, and then we're going to say if that's true, if it's in that range, and then false if it isn't. So we're going to hit enter, and right now we're not doing the equals, but if I put equals in here, which I will, let's just do that. So then we get the true, so greater than equal to 60, and then we're going to do 70 like that. So now we're going to get a true statement. And we should get a true statement on the next one here, like that, because we're just looking at anything from 60 to 70. And here we got falses, and then we do have a 67 below here, so we got a true. So that's the AND statement. It has to hit on both of these logical statements. So the next example, we'll do an OR. So this is a little different with the logic, but still the same here. So we're going to do equals if OR, close it up here. So we're going to say B2 equals 60. Or let's say if B2 is greater than 80. Those two things. And then if that is true, then we're going to say that's good. If not, bad. Just like that. So here we got one, this equals 60. We're just going to copy it all the way down. So here we got one that's bad because it is not equal to 60 and it's not greater than 80. And the good ones is over 80 here, and the rest are bad because they don't equal 60 and they are less than 80. Also, I will go through that you do not have to have a false statement in here. So if I go up here and I delete bad, what this will do is it'll default to the Boolean false. So whatever I had bad will just come in as this false, the Boolean, like that. But you always have to have a true statement in there. If it's true, you gotta have something. False, you do not. It'll just default to this. In my next example, we're gonna do the full grading example of A, B, C, D, and E with the scores we have. And to do that, we're gonna embed a bunch of if statements together. So we're gonna start with the equal sign and if. We're going to go B2 is less than 60. Move my mouse out of the way there. And we're going to say that is an F. And we're going to hit comma. And then we're going to start with another if statement. And we're going to say B2 less than 70. Oops. 70, and we're going to say that's a D. And we're going to start with another if statement. B2 less than 80. We're going to say that's a C. Start with another if. B2 less than 90. We're going to say that's a B. And then the last one, if B2 less than, we're going to say equal 100, because that's our final score. We're going to say that's an A, and then we're going to close all the if statements. So it's going to take a 3, 4. Got them all. Hit enter, and we got the D. For 60, and then we're going to copy this down, and now we got our full grading scale. So 70 is a C, 90 is an A, 75 is a C, 40 is an F, and so on. So again, we're just doing the logic. If it's true, we're going to say F. If it's false, we're going to kick it into another if statement. And if that's true, it's D, so it's always going to take the first one. So whatever range it hits, then it stops. So if it's less than 60 F, it's not going to continue on with the rest of this. So that concludes this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below the video. Until next time.